My name is Ricky, and for a year I haven't been living at all, just really existing. I'm not throwing my problems at you. I'm simply showing you my mistakes and how I learn from them. That way, you can learn from them as well. I've seen this trend a lot, and this applies to a lot of you guys out there because we're so prominent on this idea of making work your life, this obsession that has taken a toll on us, and we began realizing this, of course. There's this often misconception that I have lived through where you obsess over a certain purpose, a certain goal, to the point that you realize that you've kind of drifted away from what you were put on this earth to do. And we began realizing this, right? We started drop shipping, we started wanting to escape the matrix and really take matters into our own hands. So we started doing our own thing, and as I was doing my own thing, I began realizing that the very attitudes that we developed to really escape the past attitudes are just repeating themselves. This attitude to just grind, work, and really put aside all that is healthy so we could ensure a better future for ourselves, which is like I absolutely love, right? I respect that we are working towards a better version of our lives. But and as I've seen often through the self-improvement community, which I used to be very fond of, is that we employ this idea to the extreme and really disregard what we need and our needs. And this is exactly what I did for a year. I shouldn't have done that to myself. It's not like I missed out on everything. I didn't really put myself under a rock. There was a sense of me that wanted to go out, that wanted to experience these things. After all, I am still young, and I should really take advantage of that. For some of us, taking advantage of our youth means to just grind away work until you're rich and you're 30 or something like that. But that very idea in itself is the idea that I fell in love with, that has been really romanticized, and just throwing your life away just for work so you could escape the rat race. This kind of advice that's given to people like us, or pretty much everyone, of how you must obsess, how you must, sacrifice, not really do the fun stuff if you want to get your shit together. Which is true, of course, right? Like, there is gonna be sacrifice. There is gonna be moments where you have to choose yourself over others. It's just, sometimes you gotta choose you, and choosing you means that you give yourself the time to go hang out with a friend, to go out, to go somewhere in the world. I did go out, of course, I did all these things, but I really did limit myself, all in the name of what you see right here, YouTube. And not just that, right? I had other things on my plate, but what really killed me and just really made me feel horrendous inside is this deep limitation, this mindset of where you have to choose YouTube over your actual life. And I get it, right? There's sacrifice. And you look at big YouTubers like Mr. Beast. And again, this doesn't only applies to people who are trying to do something on YouTube. This obsession that is seen to be good because I knew I was obsessed. I knew it. I just thought that this obsession was, good.
The way I like to work is I like to go basically wake up, obsess over something, go to bed, wake up, obsess, go to bed.
And I thought I had to be obsessed so I could, make it big and all these things, but it's not true. Although I can't sit here and say, oh yeah, I made it big, because I haven't, right? Not yet. And I can't say that doesn't work and this works because it hasn't worked for me. But from what I experienced for over a year now, is that this unhealthy obsession hasn't been helpful for me, for my life, and really anyone, really. I still have to give myself the time to enjoy what I have at this age. Not even at this age, I'm still alive, you know? I need to enjoy what I have before, you know, what do they call it? I hit the bin or something. I hit the can or yeah, something like that. Working 12 hours a day on what you're passionate about will burn you out eventually. And if you keep going through it with this very stubborn mindset, you're just going to end up how I did, really. Just burn out. A sense of loss because of the amount of moments that I could have endeavored but didn't because, you know, I chose my obsession over me. And this deep realization allowed me to see that this obsession wasn't good for me. And I don't think this obsession is good for anyone. I don't think a single obsession is good for anyone. Yet we go out to say that we must stay obsessed to achieve the impossible. But I argue against it. I see and I believe that you're better off simply doing you, living your life, pursuing what you want to do, and having a good time while you work hard and play hard. As that one song from 2010 said, this is a very serious, problem that a lot of people proclaim that the solution to solving this problem is to stay obsessed, to keep obsessing. And no, I'm here to tell you that that's not what you want to do. What you really want to do is do what you want to do, what you truly want to do. And that's what I want you to do, is go out and live your life, because that's why you're here. And, you know, you might look at me, oh, he's just a young fellow. I'm gonna give it to you. I'm not wise. I haven't lived my life yet. Oh, hold on. Give me a sec. I haven't lived my life yet. I'm still barely entering what people like to call the real world. And it's a very scary big place that will swallow you whole if you let it. But this very scary big place has its very wrong ideas of what life is. And we are starting to see that, and I'm so glad we are. All these entrepreneurs, these gurus telling you to do drop shipping, just telling you how the 9 to 5 is, at least for the most part, is composed of unhealthy obsessions for work. And this isn't the case for all 9 to 5s, right? It's just most of them that I see are just have this unhealthy balance that is just normal. But how do you expect to escape the terrors that have unfolded and been normalized if you're going to repeat those terrors in at least a different form? So why pretend like it is? So from now on, I learn from my mistakes, and I'm feeding them to you, and I hope you can learn from them too. I'll be making content I like to make, and it's gonna be just better, really, because I used to do philosophy videos for those new viewers. I still like it, but it's not going to be really the focus of it at all. Focus is really going to be issues for us, like mine, issues whether it be for society, individual, really anything interesting, anything that could help you, the viewer. So if you're interested, feel free to click the like button and do your thing, however you want to do it. But please, from a very young fellow right here, please live the life that you deserve.